morning, everyone. I hope we are still awake. I've been struggling this morning. I only came in yesterday. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, first, I bring you warm greetings from the Republic of Sierra Leone, my country, and that of Gregory Meeks. He's my citizen in the United States. I'm very excited to be in the same room with so many people, with leaders, policy makers, policy drivers, and most importantly, young leaders from both sides of the Atlantic. I am coming from the other part of the Atlantic. And therefore, I want to use this opportunity to thank President Biden and the administration for this unique opportunity of convening with African leaders now and African leaders of the future. At several points in these discussions this morning, I am sure speakers will highlight why cooperation among Africa of now, the Africa of the future, and the African diaspora and the United States are vital. There's a burning question, and to that question, I have an answer. Does Africa matter? I will state the assertion of the United Nations that Africa contains 30% of the Earth's mineral reserves, including 40% of the world's gold, and 40% of its chromium and platinum, not to mention an even greater or higher percentage of rare earth metals. And these are very much indispensable for developing and processing new and emerging technologies. Add that to 12% of the world's oil reserve and 8% of the world's natural gas reserve, plus the largest and most diverse climate ecosystem, and you will know that the world cannot make the progress it needs to make without Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, the future belongs to Africa's youth. The youth are Africa's biggest assets. We must invest in them to build the skills and encourage entrepreneurship while providing access to the financial resources necessary to unlock the creativity and unleash the power of their business enterprises. As a quick aside, I must hasten also to add that Africa and Africans were critical to the success of the first industrial revolution. They involuntarily provided centuries of labor to power that industrial revolution. They were primarily recipients of the second and third industrial revolutions. With the fourth industrial revolution looming and holding such immense prospects for Africa's socio-economic transformation, are we consciously planning for Africa's participation in making the right policies and digital infrastructure and investment at scale? That leads me, most importantly, to human capital development of Africa. By 2050, it is projected that 1 in 3 young people will live in Africa. By 2030, it is further projected that half of Africa's population will be less than 25. So what do we do with these numbers? How do we make shared investment in this youth bulge? Collectively, I believe we must embark on innovative programs and financing approaches to accelerate job creation for the youth in Africa and unlock economic prosperity from Africa's demographic assets. In Sierra Leone, we have prioritized investing in education, healthcare, and food security. Providing every child in Sierra Leone, especially girls, with free quality education, we equip them with the skills they require for participation in an inclusive and sustainable global economy. In Sierra Leone, girls studying STEM disciplines are guaranteed tuition-free education from nursery through university under my administration. We have also passed progressive laws that enrich our society and our democracy, including Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Bill, abolished the death penalty, repealed criminal libel laws, and opened up spaces for journalism and civil society, decongested our prisons, clamped down hard on sexual and gender-based violence and corruption, and many others. I believe an educated population and a well-governed society where governments invest in people is essential for building and consolidating a vibrant, free, progressive, inclusive, and just society. Furthermore, an educated population will also be well primed to tackle the shared global challenges that have manifested themselves lately in lethal combination: global financial crisis, disruptions including food insecurity, international and national health, migration, especially of youth populations, the impact of emerging technologies on our societies, and the persistent risk of climate change. These challenges present opportunities to transform our world for the current and future generations. With the ongoing World Cup, maybe it is most appropriate to draw attention to a quote by the game's greatest legend, Pele, who once said, "No individual can win a game alone by himself." Therefore, I say that no one country can solve the world's numerous interlocking challenges. Our recognition that the world is helplessly interlinked and that we face interlocking challenges is a good start. I am therefore delighted and grateful for this gathering today. Education and innovation sector financing will help address skills deficit among Africa's young people and have multiplier effects on economic growth. I believe in education for personal development, community development, and national development, and for building more resilient economies and democracies. Together, we can think about structured ways of mobilizing, harnessing, and transferring diaspora resources and the tremendous results of diaspora skills and knowledge. Collectively, we can develop adaptable models for green investment and just energy transitions. Together, we can develop better food production systems to tackle food insecurity and help mitigate biodiversity loss. Together, we can build a more robust and resilient healthcare system. But all of that starts from open dialogues like this one today. Henry Ford said it very well. Coming together is a beginning. Staying together is progress. And working together is success. We can do quite a lot together through productive partnerships as governments, multilateral institutions, the private sector, civil society, and coalition of young people, such as we have today. I hope this convention is a promising start. I've said before that most transformative and nation or world-changing events begin when we make bold choices. ask why not, and let those bold choices happen. Strong partnerships are and where all strategies and goals are well aligned and transparent from the outset are therefore critical. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, the African youth of today are brave, resilient, innovative, entrepreneurial, and more determined to succeed and achieve financial independence than in previous generations. African youths are increasingly striving for the transformation they want to see across all the sectors, be it in politics, business, research, development, or ICT. The future of Africa's youth does not lie in the migration to the West or in the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. The future of Africa's youth and its economic development lies in a prosperous Africa where we invite all of you to come. Thank you.